The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Barack Obama today. You know what, folks? We've got a little less than 4 years left of this man as our president. And this is akin, in my view, to being in prison. It really is. No, I'm not talking about being in an 8-by-4-foot cell or whatever it is. I'm talking about the torture that is this presidency, that is this administration, that is his party. I mean, this great nation is I think it's in a state of shock. Contortions here and there. We just have to hang on. We have to hang on. We have to do everything we can to slow this down. Because I want to tell you, if this man had his way, I mean, can you imagine? These poor people in Connecticut, these poor people from Newtown, Connecticut, and many of them unwittingly, they don't even realize it, being used in the most crass and politically expedient way by Obama. It's really disgusting. We can't just shed tears anymore. This man just came back from a trip. He's planning his trip to Martha's Vineyard. Has he been sitting around shedding tears for anything or anyone? The coldness, the aloofness, the complete lack of class when it comes to his exploitation of human tragedy. Within 24 hours, there he was. There he was with the Newtown massacre, with a new agenda item. Gun control. Which is really controlling us, law-abiding citizens. Not a damn one of these proposals will stop anything. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Here he goes. Let's see. Cut 9, Mr. Producer. Cut 9. Today at the White House, Obama. Go.
Tears aren't enough. Expressions of sympathy aren't enough. Speeches aren't enough. We've cried enough. We've known enough heartbreak. What we're proposing...
Stop. He hasn't known any heartbreak. I mean, this is what I mean. We've known enough heartbreak. I don't know the heartbreak of these poor people in Newtown, Connecticut, whose little babies were slaughtered. I sympathize with them from the bottom of my heart. I cannot imagine losing a child like that. And neither can Obama, Mr. Aloof, Mr. Coldness. We've cried. We've known heartache. They've cried. They know heartache. We can share in their grief. We can be upset. But we'll never know what they're experiencing, ever. And yet he projects right on top of them. Go ahead, Mr. Producer.
It's not radical. It's not taking away anybody's gun rights. It's something that if we are serious...
All right, that's enough. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this. This is the same man who lied through his teeth over and over and over again about Obamacare. And there he is again, lying through his teeth. I'm not taking anything away from anyone. I'm not doing anything to anyone. And he's doing exactly that. When they talk about these magazines and limitations on bullets, that's not taking anything from anyone. They might be taking somebody's life. They might need a magazine with 30 rounds in it in order to protect themselves and their family. If it's outlawed, you're not going to have it. There may be certain types of weapons on that long, endless list that Dianne Feinstein has put together that somebody wants. They can't have. Not taking anything at all, is he? He's always taking. I'll be right back. Look, folks, I'm a compassionate, passionate person about this country. I can't just, in a monotone, get into these things. From time to time, it is what it is. I vent. But that's passion. It's something my parents taught me. And when you watch what's happening to this country, the unraveling of this society, the purposeful imposition of policies that seek to do that, well, passion. More people need to stand up. More people need to speak out. They hate it when we do it, which is exactly why we need to do it. Obama is a liar. All big government Marxists are liars. They're liars. Harry Reid is a liar. Nancy Pelosi is a liar. I know these are blunt words, but so what? They're also accurate. They said you'd pass Obamacare, they would, and all these people would have coverage. It was a lie. Millions are going to be without coverage still. They lied about what would happen to your private policy. They lied about your access to doctors. They lied about what would happen to Medicare. They lied about the debt. They lie. That's what they do. And if they were in the private sector working for a company, they'd all be thrown in federal prison and they'd be there the rest of their lives. You think Enron was bad? This is Enron times a million. They lie about the financial state of this country. They lie about what they're going to do to the Second Amendment. They lie about what they're going to do to the First Amendment. On the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice of the United States lied about the tax provisions in the Constitution and how they somehow granted authority to Congress to pass Obamacare. They're lying about what's going to happen with so-called immigration reform. They won't even let us see what it is they're playing with. The Second Amendment. Do you know exactly what the proposals are on Capitol Hill, ladies and gentlemen? No, you don't. They institute them, then you have to live with them, then you have to figure out how it affects you. How in the hell? How can we possibly accept Obama's characterization of what's going to happen to the Second Amendment when we already know his track record when it comes to other laws? He gets up there and speaks with his pomposity and sanctimony. Shame on us, he says, if we forget Newtown, Connecticut. Who's forgetting Newtown, Connecticut? Shame on us. Shame on us for what? What did we do? Shame on us because a nut murdered all these kids? Yes, shame on you, you see, if you don't support Obama. Shame on you if you don't support his agenda. Whatever his agenda is, whatever the issue is, shame on you. There's something wrong with you. If you won't cough up more of your hard-earned income to the government that wastes hundreds of billions of dollars a year, shame on you. One spectacle after another with this president, with his presentations, surrounding himself with true victims, using them as props. I hate to say it, this is what despots do. Not that he's a despot, of course, but that's what they do. When is the last time this president talked in a positive way about this country? Seriously. When is the last time this president talked in a positive way about capitalism? When is the last time this president spoke in a positive way about the Bill of Rights or any aspect of the Constitution? When is the last time this president accepted responsibility for what he's doing to this country? I'm telling you, folks, America is, in essence, in a prison right now. And by that, what I mean is our freedoms are being constrained. Our ability to exceed is being constrained. Not that some of us won't break out. In fact, many of us will. But we're not supposed to break out. We're not supposed to break out. It's supposed to be a natural aspect of this society. Liberty. And the Republicans. Pathetic beyond belief. Pathetic beyond belief. Where is our Abraham Lincoln? Where is our Ronald Reagan? Where is our Barry Goldwater? Where are they? But for a handful of members of the Senate and the House who were elected by Tea Party activists and other conservatives, there aren't any. Where are they among the leadership in Congress? There's not a one. If they're not going to speak out against this president, against these policies, not just with platitudes and bumper sticker lines, but in meaningful, substantive ways and offer the American people a new course, then what the damn good are they? Like none. Remember Newtown, Connecticut, Obama tells us. I say remember Philadelphia, 1787. That's what I say. Remember Newtown, like Obama has some ownership interest in Newtown, Connecticut. All this stuff is timed to influence you, to affect you, to support a very destructive agenda. Prosecution puts out information today, timed for Obama's public event with victims. And the media reporting what? That the nutjob who killed these precious children and 6 wonderful adults shot off 150 rounds in 5 minutes. And I just heard a pretend reporter on cable say, this might be the impetus for the nation to push for controls. I'm thinking to myself, really? And if one teacher had been armed with an old .38 Special handgun, .38 Special, just a revolver, and put this piece of crap down before he could get off 149 of those rounds, it wouldn't have happened. But instead, we're supposed to conclude that gun-free zones and restricting law-abiding citizens and more registration information on law-abiding citizens would somehow have stopped this when his mother was a law-abiding citizen, when his mother followed all the state rules in Connecticut, when his mother did what she was supposed to do with her weapons, and the little bastard took them. Tell me, what proposal that Feinstein has come up with, that Schumer has come up with, would have stopped this? Answer, none. What proposal that has come out of Obama's mouth would have stopped this? None. As a matter of fact, no proposals have come out of Obama's mouth. Just support whatever Feinstein and Reed are pushing. Somehow, this would have stopped the mass murder in Newtown, Connecticut, when it wouldn't have made one damn difference whatsoever. And we have to sit here and listen to this crap day in. I'm sorry, I'm fed up with it. Day in and day out. From a guy that knows nothing about anything. Obama, what does the man know?
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.